So as you can see, this Swing Caddie SC100 is very easy to use. Okay. Top left hand corner has the time that you have been hitting balls. Next to that is how many balls you've hit, and top right hand corner is the battery that is remaining. The next box down is your yardage, and there is different settings. If you use the remote control, there is a mode button, which if you press that will actually give you different competitions that you can play. So as an example, this one here is 135 yards, so that it was asking for a 7 iron. If I use the remote control, I could change that to a 9 iron, which would be my normal yardage for that club, and it then tells you how many shots that you have taken. In the next box down, as we just discussed, it does have the club in the bottom left hand corner, and then there is a score in the bottom right hand corner. So if you want to have competitions with yourself, then you can use a book to write down all your different scores, so you can try and compete against yourself to obviously improve your game. The remote control here is very easy. Top left hand button, you do have the mode, then you have stats, and then you have a sleep button. You do then have a plus and minus buttons in the second row, plus you can change the information that you're getting on the Swing Caddie. So you can have your ball and smash. You then have all of your different clubs below that. So PR is for driver, wood would be for your 3 wood, utility club would be for my rescue club. You then have 4 iron, 5 iron, 6 iron, 7 iron, 8 iron, 9 iron, pitching wedge, attack wedge, and sand wedge. And literally by pressing each of the buttons and aiming it at the Swing Caddie, you can change the different club down in the bottom there. And as we've already shown, you can also change your mode, so it's now came up as random 68 degrees, or you can just have the practice setting. So this is the SC100. There is now an SC200, which I believe is very similar in look, but it does speak to you, so it does actually tell you your yardage you have this hit, but do please correct me if I am wrong. Very small, very compact. It does have a stand at the back, so you obviously position this roughly 1 to 1.5 meters in line with where your ball is positioned on the mat or the area where you're teeing off from, and it then detects the majority of your shots. With it being under £200 to buy this, please do not expect it to detect every single shot. It is not a TrackMan or a Flight Scope, but they are up to about £20,000. So, you know, that would definitely, you would expect the item to detect every single shot. Okay. This one is just to try and help me out when I'm on the range, so I can try and dial in my yardage. So let's give it a go. Don't know how well you can see that, but that is using range balls, and I'm using an 8-iron, and I'm getting 131 yards. My swing speed is 79 miles per hour. My ball speed is 97 miles per hour. Not brilliant, unfortunately. Obviously, with using range balls, you will be losing about 10%, just due to the compression and the construction of the balls. So normally I would be thinking that an 8-iron would be going about 145 yards. So there or thereabouts. Obviously, with the deduction of 13 yards, that would have taken me up to 144. Okay. I did notice a massive jump between the pitch and wedge, which was the first club that I used, and this 8-iron. Okay. I am obviously working through different things with my Golf Pro, but generally the strikes I was happy with. And the reason that I'm trying to do this today is because within the next few days I should be receiving my new clubs, and I want to see the difference in yardages plus swing speed and ball speed that I am getting, and the reasons for that will become apparent when I do the next vlog on actually getting the new clubs. So we will go more in depth with that. Okay. It is bitterly cold here at the moment. Even though the sun is out, it's still only about 6 degrees, but with the wind it will actually be a lot less. So, you know, obviously taking into consideration the yardages that I'm thinking that I would be hitting is obviously over in Oman. So if you have been watching any of the other videos, which are obviously down here in the library, then you will realise that there is a big difference between hitting balls over in Oman, where the air is very thin, compared with hitting balls over here in Scotland, which is why when I have been playing a couple of rounds of golf recently, I have been missing a lot of the greens because I'm not used to the yardages over here as yet. But it is obviously something that I am working on at the moment. I'm spending a lot of time on the range, and using things like this will give me a good idea of exactly where I am, and hopefully also using the gym more is improving my flexibility, my mobility, and also my strength. So things like the swing speed will increase, which will then obviously give me more distance for my shots.
So guys, I just hit 4 rescue club shots there. The second last one, I could not have hit that any better. Okay, and it only went 172 yards going by the swing Caddie. The shot I just hit there, it went 160 yards. Swing speed is 82 miles per hour. Obviously the shaft is slightly longer. Ball speed is 140 miles an hour. But 160 yards with that club is very, very short. Okay. As I said, the 172 yard shot, I felt I could not actually hit that many better. It's probably about 40 yards short compared with what I was used to over and over. Contacts are very good with all 4 of them. I am very happy with that. Unfortunately, in Forfar, it's not really a club that gets used that often because even the par 5s, generally I use a long iron for my second shot as a layup because I'm still too far away from the green to try and reach the green too. So using a long iron better is obviously going to be more beneficial, but it is a club that I use a lot more. And I could potentially start using it more over here because the distances are so much shorter. Okay. We do have 14 clubs in our bag, but generally throughout a round you may only use 5 or 6 of those clubs. So my philosophy at the moment is that over the next 3 months, when the weather is obviously a lot worse over here in Scotland, I will be concentrating more on the clubs. I will be using a lot on the courses that I generally play. That way I am practicing with clubs that I know I'm using, so I can get my averages exact. So it is something I have spoken to my golf pro about, and he's happy for us to do that, and then hopefully any of the other clubs between 5 or 6 that I decide then I will still be able to strike them very well. But they're not my main priority, so I will be spending most of my time being a range rat, literally just hitting the same shots over and over again. So it's the only way to install the swim mechanics into your mind, also into your body as well. So this is obviously one of the reasons that I am videoing myself, so I can watch the videos, so I can detect if my hands are in the correct position, if my stance is correct, if my posture is correct also. So when I do go with my Golf Pro, it is not the basics that we are actually working on, it is more advanced things. Okay, so we will have a shot hitting some 3 woods, and we will have a shot hitting some drivers. Then hopefully I might manage to get out onto the course before the sun does set to try and maybe get at least 3 or 4 holes.